The ruling parties of Taiwan and Japan are set to hold 2+2 talks on trade issues this Friday, Christmas Eve. The date was announced by Japanese lawmaker Sato Masahisa, chief of the Foreign Affairs Division of the Liberal Democratic Party.
According to the lawmaker, one issue on the agenda is Taiwan's import ban on some Japanese food products. Taiwan has banned food imports from 5 Japanese prefectures since the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster in 2011. In Friday's meeting, Taiwan's ruling party will be represented by DPP lawmakers Chih-cheng and Chih-we.
Last Saturday, Taiwan voted against reimposing a ban on U.S. pork imports. In their coverage of the referendum, Japanese media wrote that the outcome could pave the way for other deregulation, potentially ending Taiwan's ban on Japanese food imports. In an analysis piece, Asahi Shimbum said the Tsai administration expects the referendum results to strengthen Taiwan-U.S. ties and bolster Taiwan's bid to join regional trade blocs.
Actually, the issue of Fukushima imports seems to be easier to discuss than the ractopamine, as far as risks are concerned. Why? First off, the entire world, with the exception of Taiwan and China, has already opened up to it. Japan has already drawn an equal sign between us resolving the Fukushima issue and them supporting our bid to join the CPTPP. It is very obvious that if the Fukushima matter is not resolved, then when it comes to Taiwan's push to join the CPTPP, the attitude of Japan, who is our most important supporter, will be compromised.
On Twitter, Liberal Democratic Party lawmaker and Foreign Affairs head Sato Masahisa shared a news story about Taiwan's referendum. He said the result would have a positive effect on efforts to remove Taiwan's bans on Japan's agricultural products, such as those from Fukushima. Sato said this issue would be on the agenda at a 2+2 meeting of the LDP and DPP on December 24th.
I will be the representative for our side. There will also be legislator Chiu. We are still in the process of discussing the details of the meeting. There will be 2 main topics on the agenda. One is the issue of diplomatic security. The other is economic and trade cooperation and exchanges. But this will be a party-to-party discussion. It is not government to government.
The 2 ruling parties held their first 2+2 talks this year at the end of August, focusing on diplomatic and security issues. This time, the talks will touch on economic and trade issues. Japanese food imports are expected to dominate the agenda.
We must abide by international standards and scientific evidence. Of course, we will also look after public health. As of the present day, the Ministry of Economic Affairs has not deliberated on the issue of Japanese food products. I think we should start addressing this issue as soon as the Lunar New Year holiday is over. Imports should be allowed starting from April. We spent 2 months discussing pork containing ractopamine. The Fukushima discussion should take less time. Finishing all of this by April is even more important because the CPTPP could convene in June. Say that we hurry to finish all this by April. In June, our bid might not succeed on the first try, but at least we'll have already created the conditions for success.
The scholar says the time has come for Taiwan to align with the world and end its ban on Japanese food imports. He said that food safety should not be weaponized and used to hinder Taiwan's economic growth.